I'm back. Hello, hello, hello. I don't expect there to be a lot of people here today because, well, I very last minute told everybody that I was doing this, but Danny's here. That's it. Danny, I tried to call you, but I know what it's like. Just avoid me. You're allowed to do that. I allow that. But I've missed all of you guys so much. It's pretty much since the award show, I have been, it feels like, just working nonstop on a bunch of different things in my personal life, from moving to getting certified as a life coach to doing a ton of things and other crazy things that just send your minds for a whirl. But it is fantastic to be back, and I'm looking forward to getting back onto YouTube. And so I thought there was no better way than to hop on now, right? Why not right now? So I decided to come out and get in where I know sort of what I'm doing. I'll leave it at that, sort of what I'm doing. I know the topic, and I needed to move to the evening just because it works better for my schedule. And where are all the streamers? From what I heard, rumor is CKJ is out this week. He's, taking a break, dealing with his own stuff. And it seems like that's what a lot of people have been doing, considering XRP is, the price has stayed pretty stable, a little bit of a rise, sends your heart beating, but pretty stable. And yeah, I'm shocked. I was actually in a group chat yesterday, and I came in, and I'm used to seeing like 100 tweets. You go away for a couple hours and you have hundreds and hundreds of tweets, and I'm like, this is a ghost town. I feel like I'm talking to myself because everybody was out doing things like living life or maybe hiding from the coronavirus. So with that, let's get right into it. I see Carl Luce has joined. Welcome, Carl. I'm very grateful that you're here. And actually, before I get started, I am actually going to send one more tweet out on Twitter. Tell people that I'm live, because I know people are like, I'm bored. I don't know what I'm going to do right now. So they should come join. I think that's what they should do. So that's what I am going to do. So tell me, how are you doing? I've missed you guys. You don't know how much I've missed you guys. It really has been, and we're going to talk about that a little bit in when I talk about, I have a little bevy of things I want to talk about. So I am live. Come join the conversation. There we go. So yeah, we're going to jump right into it, but I've missed you guys. If you guys feel like you haven't been missed or you aren't valued, do know that I have been missing you. Let me check my sound. I'm hoping you can hear me. Yes, I'm loud. Okay. All right. I haven't been here for a while. This is so weird, but I'm getting ready to start a new project, and it requires, being involved more with YouTube. And I'm really excited about that. I miss being here and being involved in the discussion. So Danny, most recently, I have been getting certified as a life coach. I've actually been coaching people. There's a couple of people that I've been coaching most recently, two specifically, and just sort of developing the repertoire of stuff that I want to teach. Specifically, a lot of different mind tricks. A lot of times they're attributed to being spiritual on this side or not working, and I want to really introduce people gradually to it. So I've devised a system to try and make those introductions in the Twitter sphere, and then migrate people over to Coil, Cinnamon, and YouTube for a more expanded view. I want to really educate people on different things that they can do to help their minds work with them day in, day out, so that they can achieve their goals. And yeah, just really use my life, the petri dish of my life, all my experiences, to sort of demonstrate how I've used the tools and how not using the tools has either stood in my way or been inconsequential or not important. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's a bit scary because, it's really putting myself out there and saying, okay, this is what I believe. This is what I'm all about. But yeah, I've got stuff all over my walls. I moved into a new place. I was in a small 1-bedroom that was sort of situated. Does anyone get the wrench? Almost anyone gets the wrench, XRP Junior. But yeah, I moved into a much larger place, so I actually have an office studio that I can totally dedicate to my YouTube And I'm trying to figure out if I want to do green screen or if I want to just stay with plain back wall. But I'm really going to be stepping up my game. Probably not streaming as much, but really want to do streams to really go deep on some topics and have people yell at me and tell me I'm wrong, and then go try it and find out that I might be right. So, Rochelle, it's awesome to have you here. Good evening. I'm happy you got a chance to join. So, XRP Junior, I've never seen you before. I'm really excited that you're here. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to talk about some news that's going on in the XRP community. I used to do a morning live stream that really focused in on, events going on in the XRP community, but I've been out of it. I am so in love with XRP. I'm so in love with the builders that we have in the XRP community and the innovation that we have going on, that when I check in and see, are the same characteristics there that I thought were there before, I can say yes. And so that's a lot of confidence that I have in my investment. So I haven't had to watch every piece of news that's gone by. And then I also have a lot of friends in the community that I can say anything big happening and, really plug in that way. You need to have a screw loose. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, if you want a wrench, you have to have a screw loose. So keep talking, XRP Junior. You might get a wrench in this one. So let's get right into it. So I really want to focus in. You guys know my MO. If you've been here before, I go through a bunch of different stuff, and I really want to focus in on some things, and I want to highlight something that I saw today that was really catchy, and I want to give kudos out to that person. So first off, I want to really draw attention again to Riley Q. I'm definitely one of her fangirls, constantly impressed by her. I'm amazed by the fact that Riley is 18, right? And maybe 19. And this woman is doing so many things to put herself out there. It's really sad because her city, Nashville, was recently devastated by a tornado that went through and has really devastated a lot of people. And, her post about what's going on and how her and her husband are doing was really heartwarming. She's a fantastic writer. And currently she's doing a whole series on women. And a lot of the women that she has focused on so far for Women History Month have been women in the XRP community. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. I feel extra special because I was featured today, and I have a difficult, I chase my goals with vigor, and I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't do that. And reading the post that Riley compiled from our interview that we did, she asked a bunch of questions, I answered them, and she pulled the information together. And, I found it really motivating. I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I need to bookmark this so that I can come back when I get scared of pursuing and thinking that everybody's going to hate what I'm doing and not, cheer me on to move forward. And so it was really exciting to see that. So SW, welcome. Good to see you, my beautiful friend. Very good to see you. Yes, indeed. So if you are not following Riley, definitely follow Riley. She is the XRP community person to follow of the day. And with that, here is the post she wrote about me. Oh, I feel so lucky. I do feel lucky. I feel, I feel blessed to be part of an amazing community. If you haven't checked out this post, or you haven't checked out the ones that she's been creating from women in our community, you should definitely go and check them out. The thing I enjoy the most of these posts is actually getting to hear people's voices and getting to hear them, speak the wisdom that they want to share with other women in our community, because it's just like, wow, okay, I get it. And you get to hear a little bit of their story and why, or, some of the things that have really helped them mold them into the women that they are today. So thank you very much, Riley, for showcasing me, and thank you for showcasing other people in the community. You regularly do this, and you're such a strong advocate for people in our community and really help people grow and develop the skills that they need to get involved with COIL, to be successful, and to get involved in the COIL Boost program. You were one of the first people there, and so, very impressive with everything that you're doing. That brings me to one of our newest COIL writers, Patty B, and she definitely mastered it with the clickbait today, right? A public breakup, goodbye. Who wouldn't want to click on this? As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, oh, what is this? What is this? Right? And it's another fantastic article. Another person that is really doing a lot of things. Danny's also writing on Coil, and your posts are amazing. I think one of the ones that really, pulled me in. I love the diversity that you have, Danny, in that, you talk about so many different things, whether it be, adhering to a good, eating plan, and everybody should check out Danny and follow her, but adhering to a good eating plan so that, you can, stay healthy, to timeshares, right? It's amazing the wealth of information that we have in our community. So this clickbait article, good job, Patty, on the clickbait was, a public breakup with anxiety, which I think most of us think that we're dealing with anxiety ourselves. And I'm not trying to minimize or undermine what Patty is talking about here. This, based on what she wrote in the article, this is something that she's dealt with lifelong. But one of the things that I realize is that in this world of go, I need to consume all this information. Plus I need to do all the things that my parents used to do: make dinner, clean the house, check the mail, yada, 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 all those daily chores. All of the data that we're consuming on a daily basis is just an add-on to that, right? Our life hasn't slowed down. The day-to-day things that we have to do haven't changed. We need to do those, and we need to do so much more. We have to check the mail outside. Then we need to come in and check our email, check on what's going on Twitter, check on what's going on Facebook if you're still there, or Instagram. We have to keep up with all the stuff that's coming out from different schools and job boards that relate to, our own careers. We have email at home, we have email at work. So it becomes very anxiety producing because it becomes an information overload. You never get a chance to just really slow down and breathe. So this is an ongoing issue. And so if you experience anxiety, I highly recommend you find some stuff to do in relationship to that, because clearing the anxiety out of your life can bring you a lot of peace, and make you a lot happier. And I think that as Patricia B, Patty B moves in the direction of really eliminating anxiety in her life, she will find greater happiness. So it makes me really excited. So you have to check this out. Lionel, what are you doing up so late? Holy cow, why are you here? I did not expect to see you here so late. It's awesome to have you here. Same goes for you too, RTV. You're checking to see if a bikini was out. I've been contemplating that, actually, because, Danny asked earlier, what have you been doing? And I only put on 20 pounds, like 20 pounds while moving, right? And it seems stuck. It seems very stuck. So I have most recently been working on trying to lose it. Luckily, yes, I feel very lucky. Weight just likes to distribute all over the place. So I feel like I have a 10-pound weight in the back of my head, right? And that's where 10 pounds of it came from. I wish that were the truth, but somewhere on my body, I have locked in this weight, or my scale isn't balanced. But on that note, I've thought about, hey, maybe I should, revive my bikini challenge, because I want to be in better shape, and it's one of the daily activities I've sort of let go of is working out, and I got to eating a lot of garbage, but whatever, right? So, I have another one of these. What else do we have? Yes, this is the one. This is the post. I opened up all these tabs. I was like, okay, what am I going to talk about? But let's get to the big news. What's going on in this world? This is big news. So an amendment to the Special Reporting Act passed, cryptocurrency now fully legal in South Korea. Woohoo! This, I think, is big. It's South Korea. Yep, they are on the forefront. Yep. I understand. I highlighted a couple of things down here, as long as I didn't get rid of my highlighting. One of the main caveats is that the new amendment will, that all cryptocurrencies will need to comply with the reporting requirements. So last year in June, we had the FATF recommendations in regards to avoiding money laundering. And it's not mentioned here. They mention, money laundering in regards to why they're doing the reporting requirements. And one of the key reporting requirements is that anybody that wants to be dealing in cryptocurrencies is going to have to link their bank up to the system, right? And it says that here, where I read a couple of articles. Exchanges, trusts, wallet companies, and ICOs are now required by law to have real name verification partnerships with an approved Korean bank. In addition to that, they're also going to have they have to be certified as well. Also, companies must obtain information security management system certification. So from this one yellow paragraph, and I'll just read it. So exchanges have to have a real name partnership with an approved Korean bank. Real name accounts prevents money laundering by assigning verified individuals to a single bank account with which they may withdraw and deposit fiat currency to and from the exchange. Also, companies must obtain information security system certifications. So when we think of, where cryptocurrency originated from, it was this idea of getting away from banks and governments, and the idea that you have full control over your assets, your money, right? And when I paused when I read this, because it really means that cryptocurrencies are really going the way of the bank. Now, we can have varying views on whether this is good or bad, but I think it's really a sign of the times, especially since all of these major organizations around the world have started to plug in and pay attention to cryptocurrencies and are moving towards creating regulation around that, right? We just mentioned FATF, which is really, the anti-money laundering organization out of the United States that provides recommendations to the G20. And the fact that we're starting to see people, different organizations and countries fall in line with that and create cryptocurrency legislation. Hello, Erie, my favorite YouTuber. Yes, you're always sharing great news. Good to have you here, my dear. So this is big news. And on the tail of this, the day before, we have India lifts ban on cryptocurrency trading. So and the ban has been in effect for 2 years in India, and I see both of these as major moves forward. We're talking about huge populations that will now be able to use cryptocurrency, specifically in South Korea and in India, and it's just a sign of the times. Like, there was a time last year in India where they were talking about putting people in jail for owning cryptocurrency. And one of the main things, one of their main caveats or comments about it is that they had argued that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies cannot be treated as currencies because they weren't made of metal or existed in physical form, and they hadn't been created by the government. So, the idea that we have to control it all, they're starting to realize that they can't control it all. It's going to happen anyways. And it seems as though the governments around the world are starting to really fall in line and create the legislation we need. I saw somebody on Twitter say, hopefully by the end of the year, or they thought that by the end of the year we would have US legislation. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm hopeful about that, but we will see. So I've seen a couple of people jump in. I'm so happy you guys are here. Hi, I've missed you all. Just going through some of the news, I see that there's some people have disappeared. Where have all of my YouTubers gone? Yuri, Crypto Eddie, I'm really grateful that you continue to be consistent along with Jungle and other key people in our community with just keeping us informed about what's going on. We still need the news, even though, we have this high level of confidence, but quality reporting is really key. So thank you for all that you do. I say that for more than myself. Notorious, welcome you as well. You inspire us. So I'm so grateful that you guys decided to stop in. So I wanted to draw your attention, we were just talking about South Korea and India and, the progress they've made with, India removing the ban on cryptocurrencies and South Korea passing legislation making cryptocurrency currency. And I thought that this was an interesting page on Wikipedia, and I'm just going to put the name in here. You guys can go check and you guys could go check it out. Lionel, I know you're consistent with still hating Bitcoin, but its brand, it has a brand, right? It has that brand identity. So I understand, right? We are XRP, we're all with that, but it's the brand name, right? Sort of like Amazon. You can go find a book on a bunch of different places on the internet, but everybody thinks about Amazon. So I think this map over here is actually a good thing to look at, because when we look at the ability to utilize cryptocurrency, not talking about how clear the legislation is there, we are seeing, I think India joining the pack and making it available is really going to change things. And South Korea actually having clarity around this, having been at the forefront of it, and now having that clarity is really going to also make a big difference. So I'm hoping that we get more clarity, and I'm really excited about this news. I'm really excited about all of the different news that we've had in regards to, there was a partnership that was Saudi Arabia, I believe. There was, and I don't know it super well, as I said at the very beginning of the video. I haven't been super hyper focused on what's going on with XRP because I trust in this investment so much. This isn't financial advice. This is my own perspective, but I feel comfortable with where I've invested my my fiat, and I really feel that I can leave it alone, right? You shouldn't be planting a seed and then continuing to dig it up and see what's going on with it. You need to give it time to grow. And I was really hopeful. I was so hopeful. I wanted to be retired right now, probably like a lot of you guys. And I still believe that that's possible as I like this phrase that they had over here. What did they call it? The new coin age. The new coin age is upon us. Yeah. So as this new coin age really blooms into full fruition, and we start to see cryptocurrency utilized in different payment flows as an option, you have PayPal, you have, pay by check, or give us your routing number, pay by credit card. As cryptocurrencies start to show up as one of those options for payment, everything is going to start to move. And, we have innovative solutions where fiat and, existing payment flows aren't necessarily the most advantageous because maybe, they're microtransactions like we have on Coil or Cinnamon. So I'm really excited, and I'm excited about the number of developers. I've talked before about, just the ramping up of developers, the university research initiative that Ripple has really kicked off with universities around the globe. I think this is key, and I'm counting the days because they started that in late 2018. So we have 1 year of college students going through that. If they have 4 years of being around that, they're going to come out saturated with the knowledge that they need to really build and contribute to projects that require cryptocurrency or, blockchain developers. And blockchain developers, the ability to find blockchain developers, even though we've seen a downturn in, the frenzy of how much money can be made, it doesn't mean that the innovation has stopped being built. People see the value of blockchain. Everybody's like, oh, not Bitcoin. Lionel will say, not Bitcoin, but blockchain. And that's how a lot of organizations, banks, and large industries have looked at it. But they sort of go hand in hand, separating the profit part of it away from the technology is a little bit difficult, especially when you have a distributed system, because in a distributed system you have to have a way to secure it, make it available, and then in many cases provide asset back to the people that are doing that in a distributed model. Now, I will get off of that train because I'm leading into an area where I can debate with myself, and I don't want to debate with myself. I need at least one other person to debate with on whether or not, it's better to have a proof of work or a distributed ledger system. And, from what I just finished saying, it's like, oh, she's pro proof of work, which is not necessarily the case, but there has to be an incentive for securing the system. A lot of the validators that we have in the XRP system none of them are compensated for the work that they're doing, and they invest a lot of money per month just supporting the system. So if that's true, then they have to have a way to benefit from it. So is that from running their business or other services they provide? And that's where I think, there's room for discussion on how distributed ledger can actually incorporate some form of profitability for the people that are really securing the system. I don't know what that is, so maybe we need to have a developer in here to talk about it. Give me some wine, I'll debate. RTB, I am so ready for that. Yes, need bathroom breaks. So you don't get bathroom breaks. I'm sorry, no bathroom breaks. So I'm so excited that you guys are here. I'm really interested in hearing what you guys would like to talk about. So please drop it in the chat. As you guys do that, I'm going to move on to the topic that has ruled my brain. I've been tracking this like crazy. I wonder if I have it here ready. Change.org. No, it's not that browser. I opened up Brave in hopes that I wouldn't have my fan on my computer is going, but I know it's all because of the ads. So the coronavirus, yes. So I'm scheduled to go to South by Southwest next week, and I've been watching this. And I actually yesterday I was watching it hour by hour, looking at how many people were signing up. And I based on my very loose calculations, we had people signing up for this petition. It was about 10 per hour would sign up, but that has gone way up. You know what I mean? This petition started, I think 4 or 5 days ago, and they've already passed 51,000, signees. Yesterday, it was, 7 o'clock last night, they were at 4,700 because I was writing it down. Big high level analytics here, writing things down. But, I know that everybody is like, oh, is it real? Is it not? Are people going to die? Are people not going to die? I was talking to somebody that I work with, and specifically in relationship to, why is everybody saying that the market has gone down because of the coronavirus? And I was like, because a lot of people are not doing the things that they generally do. People are not driving as much as they used to. People are not going to movies as much as they used to, right? Like, no, I'll just stay home. I'll rent something or watch some Netflix. We have, there's a cruise ship that's not docked, but out off of the San Francisco coast right now because they won't allow it to dock. So people aren't going on cruises. If I travel to a different country, am I going to be let back into my own country if there's an outbreak in the country where I am? So these are all the concerns that are actually negatively impacting different industries. And then there's all of the Perel and hand sanitizers and face masks. There's none of those. So if you have some in storage, you should go out and peddle them on the street because they're worth a lot right now. People cannot get their hands on that. But I have a solution for you, so don't you worry. But where I think this is really interesting and is really going to start having an economic impact, and I just finished showing you the South by Southwest. South by Southwest will probably not get canceled. Could get canceled, probably not. But to just stay out of the firing range and make sure that to minimize the amount of loss, a lot of different technology conferences have been canceled or have been moved to an online only format. So I'm focused on tech conferences, but there's other things in here. So you have the Mobile World Congress in February that has been canceled, Green Day's Hella Mega Tour, American Physical Society annual meeting, Natural Producers, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Sports Festival. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's because they're really healthy. They don't want to touch any germs, right? And Chicago State University basketball games. So a lot of different things are being canceled. I know all of you are going to start crying about this, but the March 10th Mariah Carey concert canceled. Yep, she announced on Twitter that she moved her Honolulu concert stop to November 28th. And that's another thing that I'm noticing is that, conferences that they're like, okay, we still want to have this conference this year, we're moving it to a later date. And a lot of them are being postponed until September. So I'm interested in what you guys DM with your offers. Hey, that's the truth. Masks are only good for those with coronavirus, but it makes you feel safely now. Like, I've got this mask on, right? I'm not going to breathe anything in. It makes people feel safe, but as Matt Richter says, people die every day. And one of the big things that I think is key for us to remember is that it's people with a compromised immune system that are most susceptible to the coronavirus, right? Somebody shared something with me on Facebook, and they're, I won't call it doom and gloom, but they're like, coronavirus has been here forever. And it's like, yeah, That's human coronavirus. And they talk about it on the back of Lysol. It's like, this will actually kill human coronavirus. This is a new strain of coronavirus. And, you know, are we in a frenzy? Are we not? And most hand sanitizers won't kill a virus. Well, I've got news for you, RTB. I've got news for you. So there's things that are being canceled, and I think everybody has to be really aware and on point with doing what's important for them. But I'm interested if any of you are actually adjusting the way that you're living your life. I know I haven't, right? I'm definitely more diligent at watching if people are washing their hands when they're coming out of the bathroom, and you know, making sure that my area is clean, and that you know, that I really maintain good sanity, sanitation, and the whole don't touch your face. If you guys know me, I'm notorious for touching my face. Luckily, I'm not sticking my finger in my mouth and, you know, licking things. But yeah, some of those habits will help us mitigate you know, the risk. But as Dandy says, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm healthy. I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I was actually sick earlier this week, but you know, I went and talked to my doctor, and she's like, it's highly unlikely. You've got a cold. You have a cold. And you know, cases have, you know, how many cases are out there? We're now talking about 3.4. I was actually talking in a discussion earlier with RTV about this, and it's like, and I just touched my face. Yeah. But I was in a discussion with RTB earlier about the 3.4 fatality rate associated with this. And, you know, the key is that people have had it. It's just that their immune systems were strong enough to get by it. So how many cases are out there? And as we start to, you know, pump out all these test kits to places, we're going to get a higher number of people that, oh, yep, you have corona. Oh goodness, I forgot the name right now. But you have the novel coronavirus, and that's going to push that 3.4 number down. It's that we don't have enough test kits to test all of the different people that go in and want to be tested. And then after they show symptoms, then it's like, okay, yep, we tested them, they had it. But you know, I think some of these numbers are going to change. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a financial advisor. I am a talking head on the internet. But this is what I feel, and I'm interested in hearing what you guys feel. Always good to lick your fingers. Yes, Lionel, always good to lick your fingers. Hey, SPO, good to have you here. So, Gio, what are you saying? Note, if one of you guys should be diagnosed with coronavirus, get colloid silver, both via an IV molecular level or oral spray. Disseminates the SARS virus, which is in the same family. Oh, I didn't realize that. I am going to have to research that. I heard that yesterday, and I don't know much about silver, but you've got me thinking about it. I'm going to look into it. So 3.4% equals 240 million deaths. Yes, ask the banker. He knows. 200. That's some good math. Did you have to pull out a calculator to do that, Lionel? Did you need a calculator? Or did you do that in your brain? Huh? I want to know. So Roy thinks every report is fact. I think he reads too many reports, SW, right? He's a report reader. So no, I don't. I'm open-minded. RTB, you have to come on the show, and then we'll see how open-minded you are. That's my response to that. But I think that if go read some reports, go get your own facts. We have to remember, and our dear friend Patty over here, where is she? Where is my friend Patty? And she's on here as well, right? Where is it? Oh, no, not that one. But as Pat, like, in order to serve us ads and to make revenue off of the stuff that they write, a lot of titles for articles are clickbait, right? They talk about the most sensational part of what's going on. They talk about the fact that there's 9 more cases identified, and they fail to recognize or even mention, other than in the text, that, you know, how many people have gone home, how many people haven't died, right? So is it really to drive fear and get us to read the article, consume the data, or is it to really educate us and make sure that we're taking the right measures? And that's why I'm not taking any, supernatural precautions, is because I think that for the majority of society, if your immune system isn't compromised, then we should be fine. But to each your own. You need to do what's right for you, because I don't want to die, and I don't want you to die either. So I just don't think everything Alex Jones says is fact. RTB, you're wrong. Alex Jones is right on everything. Okay, maybe I don't agree with that, but Lionel, guys, I've missed you so much. I've missed you. You guys are crazy. Add flavoring to urine, Lionel. Oh my goodness, you guys are crazy. You're cray cray. Cray cray. So, since there is a shortage of Perel hand sanitizer, I wanted to tell you how you could make your own. Oh, yes. Just call me Georgie Homemaker over here. And so homemade hand sanitizer, and hopefully places won't run out of this stuff, but 99% rubbing alcohol. Now that is really, really strong. I just imagine my hands with like this white slick from the dried alcohol all over it. You know what I'm talking about? Most pharmacies sell like a 60% concentration of rubbing alcohol. They're recommending 99% rubbing alcohol. So, but 2/3 of that, a third of a cup of aloe vera gel, 8 to 10 drops of essential oils, bowl and spoon, and a funnel, and a recycled liquid soap. So from all of this, just get some rubbing alcohol. Just get some rubbing alcohol, rub it all over your hands. You're good to go. The other stuff is just for, smelling good. Oh, that smells so good. But you have to put your hands up to your face in order to smell it. So just go for the rubbing alcohol. There you go. Stop complaining about missing Perel. So now that you have Perel, and if you choose to go to any of these things, I think you should put your rubbing alcohol in a bottle and definitely spray it on everything. Maybe make, very grandiose movements and spray lots of different things. Just watch out for people's eyes. But we have some XRP community meetups coming up in communities around, and I haven't heard about the LA one, but I'm sorry, not the LA one, but the Los Angeles. No, I can't even find words. What? But Las Vegas. But I want to focus in on some of these different events that are going on. So you guys are all over things that kill virus. Add a little bit of mango. They treat third-degree burn patients with antibacterial. Yes. I'm not sure what that is. And Lionel, you're one sick puppy. You're finally figuring it out. Yep. Danny says, I'll just go old school and carry around a bucket of vodka and dip my hands in occasionally. I like that idea a lot. I think it's a great idea, right? I think that is a fantastic idea. Personally, I think it's about instilling fear in society to eliminate cash and the evil spreaders of virus. That is, one thing is that cash is dirty, right? So when I start thinking about my conspiracy theories, all the things that run in my head, right? The things that my brain says, oh, that must be true. You have to wonder how this ties into the larger situation of what's going on. And, we're saying that the coronavirus originated from some bat soup. That's where it's from. And it's causing all of this hype around the globe. They can't stop it. I'm like, we already had coronavirus. We already had human coronavirus. But now the novel coronavirus came from some bat soup, and we can't find a way to get a handle on it. And we have no vaccine. Very, very mind-jogging for me. So I'm back. I haven't been here for a while. Don't have all my facts straight, so I don't want to just go out as a naysayer. But I think there's a lot of stuff worth looking at in regards to you know, how does this fit into the larger picture, and how can this help us move away? How can this help us move away from you know, a cash-based society? How is this going to drive technology? The fact that all of these technology conferences are canceled is actually going to have some sort of impact. And switching gears here for a quick second, one of the, you know, as I mentioned, I'm targeting to go to South by Southwest next week. And one of the interesting things about South by Southwest this year is that last year they had a 4-day track totally dedicated to cryptocurrencies, digital assets. They don't have that this year. I was really, really shocked. So, you know, the hype, the massive money that can be made hype really drove it in that direction. And I think we're really in the build stage where real innovation is being built. And the next thing that we'll see at South by Southwest is one of those innovative solutions that comes out, whether it be coil or something else that just takes the limelight because it's got enough adoption going on and it's ready to do its mega world launch. So Australia and Romania also plastic cash. Interesting. We got plastic cash in the UK. You know, Canada's also got plastic cash, right? You can't leave it in the sun, because in the really hot sun in a car, because it'll melt. So yeah, moving to plastic, we're getting there. But what about XRP 2020? Did you guys hear about this? This is one thing that Julia really pointed out when I mentioned that I was going to be doing a live stream today, that in Chicago, and this is May 1st, Friday, May 1st, they're going to be doing a meetup, XRP 2020. And I think this is something that they'll have going on a couple of different times. I know that, and I think this is something that we should all be doing, getting involved in more local stuff to get and meet each other more often. Let's see. Is there anything here? Be ready to start new friendly relationships offline. Yes, yes, yes. So attend this meetup. It'll be your opportunity to meet people in the Chicago area. If you're in the Chicago area, this is a great chance to connect with people. And if you have to drive in, you know, I would say start connecting with people, find out who else is in the area, and maybe give you an opportunity to actually connect. Stay with them. You know, we always think, oh, I have to stay in a hotel. I can't stay with people I know. But, you know, Airbnb, go. Yes. So South by Southwest hasn't been canceled. It's been moved. It's now north. Oh, whatever. Crazy. Yeah, they're not canceling South by Southwest. The health officials in Austin are like, we don't really think the coronavirus is going to impact us. We're moving forward. And, you know, to each their own. I'm not, I think, you know, I've already spoken about my position on it, but, yeah, you know, I'm downer daisy that they don't have a cryptocurrency track. So I've been tracking, like, are you guys going to cancel it? And, you know, what's up with that? But I don't know if you guys are aware, but we also have the New York City XRP Meetup happening March 10th, I think, March 17th. So spring forward to ascend the 5th bi-monthly meetup to be held the night of March 17th at 7 p.m. So if you're in New York City or nearby, you should go to this. This one this is actually, you know, the New York chapter for XRP is actually pretty large. I don't know if you guys remember Mo. I did an interview with him, and he's from Devnall Productions, and so this is his meetup. And you know, Mo and 4 others are the organizers. So this one will be really informative, and a lot of people with a lot of experience and technology experience. So if you want to get answers to some of those things and really pick somebody's brain offline and understand the technology, attending these meetups is a great opportunity to do that. Sam I Am, you know, To the Lifeboats has hosted a couple of these in Dallas, and I've attended, and it's a great opportunity to really connect with people, put a name to the face, and actually ask some of those longer-winded questions that you have. Get people to, you know, really talk about what they think, and you can have debates about what's going on. So should meetups go ahead? Yes, meetups should go ahead. Lionel, you should host a meetup. Where are you now? You're in Spain. You host a meetup in Spain. Invite us. Fly us in on your, you know, fly us in. We want to be there. So, and last but not least, DLT Con LA. So the team that held DLT Con last year, which was also a great success, are moving forward with their conference in LA. And there's a companion meetup, right? A meetup that's supposed to be happening in Las Vegas. And I'm still waiting for details about that. So you're in London. Okay, cool. So host a meetup there. Yes. And tell everybody you hate Bitcoin. That's your job. Go do it. Go forward and conquer. Go, 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 go. But DLT Con, a lot of people are planning on going to DLT Con. And because of the affordability of flying into Las Vegas, a lot of people from around the globe are actually going to be flying into Las Vegas. So there's expectations that there's going to be a meetup in Las Vegas, either before, or after. And people are planning on hanging out in Las Vegas. Come hang out with some XRP people. This is something that I'm planning on going to, and I think you should go. So, definitely meet up there. Does it now? RTB or anybody else, do you guys know the dates for the Las Vegas items? All right, I will pause because there's a pause. So Lionel says Spain, maybe 2 weeks time, lawyers taking ages. Okay, gotcha. Scottsdale, Arizona. So Gio, are you gonna go? Are you planning on going to any of the meetups? So after. So the stuff in Las Vegas is going to be after. So probably the week after. So opportunity to vacation and have some fun in Las Vegas. I think you should come Sunday or Monday. Okay, because this is Saturday and Sunday. It ends Sunday at 6 p.m. So whatever, do your thing. But there's lots of great people that are being featured at DLT Con. We've got Crypto Eddie, Brad Kimes, a live webinar from Vitze Wind, Felix, Good Souls Group Charities, woohoo, SPQR Media, BitTrue, Notorious XRP. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to go. Notorious is going to be there. Oh, I can stalk Notorious, and so many more. So it's really a great opportunity to, meet these people face to face and just build those relationships with others in the community, because as our wealth and prosperity grows, this is not financial advice, you have to have people you can travel with, right? People that can take the time off work and come and hang out with you on that amazing vacation that you may take, or come check out, amazing new toys that you decided to buy. And we all have to take care of, life, and there's other things. There's many things that people, many reasons, such as taking care of their family or retirement funding, that people are investing in XRP. But, I'm excited to be part of a community where I'll actually be able to go out and enjoy my life, because I'm so early on this cutting edge, and I'm hoping that I will be rich. Yes, George, stop touching your face. I will. So Gio, I really hope you go. It would be awesome. It would be awesome. So you're rapping. Oh, that will be awesome. You're rapping during the DLT Con. I can't wait to hear that. Are you bringing turntables? I'm sure that this isn't what you're mentioning, but I think it would be awesome if you're rapping at DLT Con, because I want to be there with a camera for sure. Eddie is a rapper. Yes. Yeah. So most people are flying home from Vegas on the 19th. Okay, cool. Well, we're calendar I use for only looking at. Oh, you guys can't even see the calendar. Never mind. But so May 19th, I'm just taking a look at this for us. So a lot of people are leaving on the Tuesday. Okay, cool. So that means that the Las Vegas event is probably going to be Monday if a lot of people are leaving on the Tuesday. This is awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yes, I'm wrapping up. I'm getting ready to wrap up here. I came out here to reconnect with you guys. I'm interested and excited about getting more involved with my YouTube community and back involved with Twitter. my life really went topsy-turvy. And as I mentioned at the very beginning, you know, I recently was certified as a life coach, and I've taken on some people that I've been coaching, and just it feels like I've been coaching myself at the same time. I belong to a community of healers here in Texas, and we say as you start to approach change, the gargoyles come out, right? All those things that want to prevent you from changing, you know, the limiting beliefs, or a situation that's going to force you to grow to that next level. And so I have been tackling that head over heels, it seems, for the last 3 months, pretty much since the end of the award show. And you know, last week, week before, you know, I've been saying, enough, line in the sand, you know, enough, line in the sand, and then I'd erase it. But, you know, the last couple of weeks, I've really laid down my foot and said, no, enough, line in the sand, I'm done, and really work to pivot my behaviors to focus in on what's key for me, and growing my coaching business, but more importantly, really helping people to plug into the tools that they can use to sort of, you know, mind tricks that they can use to help reduce the anxiety and feel more successful in their day-to-day so that they actually reach their goals, is really where I want to hyper focus. So I'm excited about getting more involved in YouTube, and I've been putting off, I'll do it tomorrow. You guys know that. Oh yes, tomorrow. So I decided, nope, I'm going to do it tonight. I'm getting out here. So you guys will see more of me on Twitter and more of me on YouTube. And I'm just really excited to, you know, be part of such an amazing community, where we have really smart people that really work to keep us informed, and we have really caring people that really work to help us get involved in things that matter. And then we have a bunch of other people that are doing jokes and hating on Bitcoin, like Lionel, right? And we have ongoing discussions. One of the things that I really appreciate about the XRP community is the diversity of views, right? You've got people that believe one thing, people that believe something else, but we come together and we're able to talk through things. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't always happen. We don't always talk through things. Sometimes there's a lot of blocking going on, as people are like, I'm blocking them, I'm not talking to them, you're blocked, right? And I've been blocked by my fair share of people, but you know, the fact that we're all in this together, and we're all looking forward to watching this technology grow in the new coin age. That's my new favorite comment. The new coin age, and being part of this revolution is really amazing. And I'm really excited about the work that I've been seeing people doing to stop touching my face. I know, Lionel. About the work I've been seeing people doing and really getting engaged with Coil, because I think as we move towards this new model for work, I think having that side skill is going to benefit you and enable you to really showcase your abilities in ways that we don't realize today that we need yet. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here. I'm really grateful for everybody who joined the live stream today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I sort of covered a bunch of different things. The Olympics are on, from what I've heard as of yesterday, because I spent far too much time looking at WhatsApp and catching all the news. Yeah, they haven't been allowed to cancel it yet. It should move forward and just have washing stations. Just put places for people to wash their hands. So I hope that answers your question, Lionel. But I think the key is to really keep an eye on all the events that are being canceled, because where is it? We've got like Google I/O, Microsoft's MVP Summit, Ultra Music Festival in Miami. Like, OMG, like really, I can't believe they've canceled Ultra. Like, I'm hurt, and I wasn't even planning to go. Google's Cloud Next 20 is going to be online only. International Monetary Fund and World Bank spring meetings. The 189th International Monetary Fund and its sister lending organization, the World Bank, announced they will replace their regular spring meetings to Washington, D.C. schedule for mid-April with a virtual format. So as I said before, a lot of things are going online. Auto China, Facebook Developers Conference, IBM Think. And I think I forgot to mention this, but the fact that all these conferences are big money generating conferences. So South by Southwest that's happening in Austin is estimated to bring in about $560 million for Austin. A lot of the vendors and restaurants that are in the downtown area make the bulk of their revenue during this period. When we look at the Salesforce conference and Google I/O and F8 from Facebook and IBM's conference, these bring thousands and thousands of people to these cities, and you have this whole little micro economy that's based around these conferences. So we're really entering the biggest thing I'm concerned about in relationship to the coronavirus is the impact on the economics, because as people morph their behaviors to do something different out of fear, how is that going to impact our economy? How is that going to impact the people that depend on the jobs to go and be, the extra waitresses, the extra bartenders for these events, or, just helping to set up the conference areas? So lung scan, that was a long scan. That was you guys are crazy. So with that, a lung scan can detect the coronavirus. Oh, I will need to go and take a look at that. You have to be on a list to be eligible for a scan, but being able to do it as a lung scan, that's really awesome. People will shop online. Yes, I agree. People already shop online, right? I think what's going on right now is actually going to have, I'm interested in the behavioral changes that this will create. And a paradigm shift is occurring. Yes, I totally agree with you, XRP Wetback. I really do. I think a paradigm shift is occurring. One of my fears about this is that how is this going to contribute to isolation, us becoming more isolated and having more groupthink within our own communities and being fearful of other people that don't exist within our community or are in a different community, right? How is this going to serve to potentially segregate or fragment our society, and because people aren't going to places where we're commingling with each other as much, or we're closing our borders. And these are the hairy-fairy things I think about and love to sit around and talk about, and have a bunch of what ifs, right? Like, well, what if this and what if that, and think through a bunch of different use cases. So I'm not saying that we will isolate and it's all going to be doom and gloom. No, but it has specific impacts. It has specific impacts in regards to how we relate nation to nation, right? And there's currently bans on travel, between China and the US. And there's a cruise ship that's floating out off the coast of San Francisco because they're not allowing it in, right? So that whole feeling of not feeling welcome somewhere just in turn makes you not want to go, right? Who wants to get on a cruise ship if I'm not going to be able to go into the port? Those are the things I'm thinking about it. Why go to China to get Corona when you can have it delivered to your front door? Very true. I was listening to one thing, and an interesting thing is that Corona hard cider, I guess, came out, they did their product launch right in line with when the coronavirus was just starting to kick off. And bad timing on that delivery. It's like a zombie movie gone real. Yeah, again, I really think that I think anybody can get the coronavirus, right? It's spread. We know how it's spread, but it's people with a compromised immune system that are most susceptible to actually. So coronavirus graphs. Da, 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 da. Where's my graph? No graphs. Total cases. No. I found one earlier. I had a little debate earlier with somebody, and I needed to get some numbers. Throw out these numbers, right? And but Yeah, Jungle, awesome, you made it. Well, I'm getting ready to wrap up. I'm just rambling in my general standard. I've actually gone on for an hour, so I'm getting ready to sign off. It's mutating. That's the problem. They always mutate, though. That's the whole thing with viruses. The virus that we had yesterday is different today, right? You know, even they all mutate. We mutate. Your child doesn't look exactly like you. They became something new because this and that equals something new. So that's it, right? All right, Jungle, I'm sorry you're getting off work late. You need to keep those videos coming because Jungle knows that's the truth. Thank you so much, nobody. It's good to be back as well. We all like natural people. Stay that way. I will. Ed says it's been blown out of proportion to usher in the digital era of money. I'm not sure. I actually have it bookmarked, but Chip from On the Chain actually did a video, a conspiracy video about coronavirus, and I think I'm probably going to go watch that because I'm interested. I've heard that a couple of times that coronavirus is being utilized to help issue in the new digital age, right? And the digital age is already here, right? I'm not sure, like how does it further issue in the digital age? How does that get us there? Because you still have to buy something in order to do the commerce. You have to go somewhere, and if we're saying, oh, it's because if this new coin age, I got it, I memorized it, new coin age, dun, 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 dun. If we're saying that the new coin age is going to be ushered in because of the coronavirus, people still need to do that exchange. So yes, it can be online, but we spend a lot of money offline as well, buying gas, being able to use your digital assets when you go to the gas pump, right? Using a scanner or whatever, or out if you want to buy a beer, like being able to use it there. So if it's really going to replace cash, you have to be able to use it everywhere. So it makes my stocks perform like my XRP investment. It really does. The market went down again, and it's amazing how much impact this is having. I'm wondering, what I'm really wondering is this going to actually push us into a recession? Because profitability of all these different companies that depend on us being out doing stuff, consuming their goods and riding on their buses and flying in their planes and visiting their ski hills, because we're not doing those things anymore. Going to restaurants, going to movies, right? If we're not doing those things, if we're all tied up with the fear of, oh no, I can't do that, I could catch coronavirus there, then it's really going to change things. And if we don't have that profitability, then there's an opportunity for people to start losing their jobs, and here goes recession. So Ed French says last year the flu killed more people than this one. It is to be fear-mongering and make people beg for rescue. Politicians and bankers don't take the fall for the financial mess. Black swan event. Yeah, recession has already started. That is a very interesting perspective. That's a very interesting perspective, Ed. Got me thinking, man. Got me thinking. I'm gonna have to go look at it from that perspective. I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but when we keep talking about interest rate cuts and quantitative easing, we've all been watching this go on. So you could have a bunch of sheeple that don't recognize that there's a history here that we've just been walking the path with, and that it's just coronavirus. It only happened in 6 weeks, but they would believe. I don't like to say it, but they'll believe whatever they're told, right? And yeah, the fear mongering and the news and the repeat from every direction, that could really become move to the forefront. But as Lionel says, stop blaming the bankers. Bankers are people too, yeah, they're good people. There's good bankers out there. I don't know if you know that, Ed. Well, you know who you can blame? You can blame Leonel. So, all right, you guys, I am out. I can't believe I've gone over an hour. I not having the time box of work that I have to like run out the door for really impacts me. But I'm going to do one of these again next week. I'm probably going to do 2 a week. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm going to do one of these. We're going to cover more stuff, more news that's tied to XRP. I'm really ramping up. I want to be on point with what's going on in our own community. So that means becoming more engaged in our content producers, content that is regularly creating content for us. That includes Jungle, Crypto Eddie, and others, right? And we've got On the Chain and others. So I need to go catch up on who's doing what, so that I can go and have a debate with myself in my head about what's going on, and really get on top of what's going on in our community, and hopefully bring you some information about what's going on and how some of this stuff may be impacting the rest of the world and how we operate in the day-to-day. If you have ideas on what you guys want me to look at or think about, definitely drop me a note. I am on Twitter, same name, Sincerely George. It's me. Sincerity's all there. But I am so grateful. Hello, digital nomad investor. I'm so grateful for you. Yes, I'm so grateful to be back here and plugged in. I'm very grateful to be part of an amazing community, and you are all loved. So with that, mwah, 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 mwah. Kisses for you all. Yes, kiss yourself. You know, don't lick your fingers and rub them all over your face and then go give people hugs and rub your face on them. That would be mean. Especially don't do it right in front of them, because then they'll run away. But yeah, great catching up with you guys tonight, and I look forward to catching up with you again next week. And thank you so much for joining. Smash that like button or tap it lightly, whichever, right? Tap, tippity tap tap, tap tap. I'm having too much fun with my virtual like button, but I have liked you guys all here, so you guys all gotta like. So with that, I am done. I'm gonna head out. I hope you have a great evening, and you guys have made my day. So thank you for stopping in. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Let me see if I can find the button now. I have it all on one screen.